Commonwealth Chess Championship 2011 at Johannesburg in South Africa is now gearing up for the final leap. As many as 6 leaders in front, and 50% of the lead positions are occupied by the Indians. Commonwealth defending champion is Rajaram Lakshman, who is also in the front, along with Sahaj Grover, who has done exceedingly well, along with D. Harika. All 3 Indians have 7 points, and they are up against Gawain Jones and 2 other South African players who also have come up with terrific performances so far in the event. In the 9th round game, Gawain Jones takes on Rajaram Lakshman. Rajaram Lakshman gearing up to play Gawain Jones. So this player on 7 points. Also on 7 points is D. Harika, Daniel Jerry, Vandenat Nicholas and Sahaj Grover. David Smerdon. Harika on the second board. Facing Jerry Daniel. Gawain Jones starts off with the king pawn. His favorite opening. Just 3 rounds to come for this year's Commonwealth Chess Championship to end. And this has been a terrific competition so far. The hot favorite for the crown at the start of the championship was Nigel Short. He is currently in joint 7th spot, trailing the 6 leaders by half point, facing Tanguy Ringwire in this round. Lakshman goes for the rock solid Petrov defense. Gawain Jones opts for one of the topical variations. Harika with white pieces against Daniel Jerry. 7 out of 8 so far. Excellent scores. Considered 2 draws coming here. So did Sahaj Grover, but he did not exactly concede draws. He got 2 draws rather, facing an excellent South African player who is much underrated, Nicholas Vandenat. Grover has gone for a dual pawn sack, sharpest variation in the French defense. Here is Nigel Short with black pieces against Ringer Tanguy from Belgium. Tanya Sachdev looking to stage a comeback, not forthcoming really, up against Rian van Transbuck. David Smerdon playing white. Smerdon on 6 points so far. Facing Rodwell Makato. Prathamesh Mokal. Pablo Lafuente. So has had a mixed tournament so far on 6.5 points, facing Mokal here, who again goes for the Benoni defense. Mokal has been consistently playing the modern Benoni for this tournament as well as some other events that he has played in the past. Abhijit Kunte with white pieces against his first namesake Abhijit Gupta. Kunte, a formidable name in the game for many years. Gupta is coming up quite fast. He recently won the Dubai International Open ahead of many fancied names, and that was a commendable performance. He's an established 2600 plus player now. His ever-growing skills and knowledge. Kunte is experience. Abhijit is preparation. There is Hashandat Nicholas facing Shabir Bahavuddin. Swati Ghate in action with right pieces on 6 points against Craig Billenbuck. Isha Karwade desperately seeking a comeback on 6 points so far against Hercules Benjamin Vincent. It's Meenakshi too, looking to score a few quick points. Desmond Rubla. Some of the young talents taking part in this year's event. That's the end of the 9th round. Well, Nigel, today it seems was an easy game for you. Could you tell us something about it?
Yeah, it was fairly straightforward actually, because I played something a little bit unusual in the opening. It's not a bad move at all, and my opponent didn't know it, and this was an interesting part in the game. It's very often when people go from known theory into making their own plans, they go wrong, because you're using different parts of your brain. The first part, you're using memory, and now you have to start thinking and calculating. It's a totally different part of the brain, and it's like, you know, it's a bit like starting a car engine on a cold on a cold morning. You know, sometimes it's a little bit sluggish. And I didn't really understand what he was doing. He just didn't basically get the point, and was worse immediately. So yeah, okay, he could have defended better, but you know, it's like the very first move of his own that he had to make. You know, he just screwed up really.
Can you describe your game?
Well, it was Indo Benoni opening, and I knew a theory up to that specific point, but then I of course, forgot about the right continuation. So it was a difficult game and a tough one. I sacrificed a pawn, and he took it. And then I think at some point he made some mistake and reached a really difficult position, and then time travel, and so. But I really I cannot specify really where was the mistake. So it's.
Mr. Kotis, you won the game in the 9th round.
Yes.
Can you describe the game?
Yeah, well, I played against Anand Dole, from a youngster from South Africa. Very promising player and very dangerous. So I tricked him in the opening because I got him out of theory. So maybe the position was not so sound for me, but still he had to find the plan, and then he tried to create an attack too quickly, I think, and I managed to defend and won.
Nick, you played today Sahil Grover and you beat him. And how tough was the game?
Well, I don't know. I think I don't know if I beat him. It's more. I think I was a bit fortunate, and he had some opportunities to draw, and he overestimated his chances, and I think I got a result. So I don't really think I beat him, but it was certainly a very difficult game, and I think I was very fortunate in many parts that a lot of the things I tried and assessed worked out for me. So very fortunate.
So with the 8 points, you are the sole leader, and 2 more rounds to go. What are your expectations?
I just want to play Nigel Short. That's it. When I was a youngster studying chess, I built a lot of my openings around him and him playing against Kasparov and beating Karpov. So I just want to play him. That's my tournament. So that's why I have to beat everyone so I can get to play him. It's not about the points. It's about getting to play the good competition, the tough opponents. That's what I want.
Yeah, I was black against Hercules. I think he's an under 20 guy from South Africa. He came into my preparation sort of in the Grunfeld defense, and I think he didn't know it, so he somehow tried to defend it in some way. I repeated the moves once and then I found the correct plan, and after that it was very easy. I just became a pawn up. I gave my 2 pawns on queen side, but then I had a very crushing attack on the king side. He tried to defend it and I trapped his queen, and I won the game comfortably.
Here is the beginning of the 10th round. Just one more round to come after this in this year's Commonwealth Chess Championship. Surprise leader is Van der Nat Nicolas from South Africa on 8 points out of 9. He defeated Sahaj Grover in a blinder of a game in the previous round. This is neither shot with black pieces against R.R. Lakshman. Harika pitted against Abhijit Gupta, who goes for one of his main weapons against the Grunfeld defense. This is Isha Karwade now on 7 points. Good chances. Abhijit Kunte played out 2 quick draws in the previous 2 rounds against Prathamesh Mokal first and then with Abhijit Gupta rather, and well, is looking to wrap it up nice and quick in the last 2 games. Also on 7 points, Kunte facing Denis of Sheena, and this is David Smadon, who's also looking forward to wrap it up quickly. Sania Sachdev has fallen a little bit behind on 6.5 points against Tristan Stevens. This is Swati Ghate. Swati Ghate on 7 points facing Mokofi Notha. Prathamesh Mokal. Ivana Furtado. Ivana is also on 6.5 up against Richmond Fury. In the B group, meanwhile, R.N. Chopra doing quite well. Parachita in line for a gold medal in the under 18 section of this year's Commonwealth Championship. Desmond Rublal. Lots of facilities for the physically impaired.
Swati, 8 points from 10 rounds.
Yeah.
How was the game?
Well, it was comparatively pretty easy. I got initiative in the middle game itself, but somehow I dragged a little bit, and okay, in the end game then it was clear winning. I exchanged a sack and then I'm getting back piece. It was winning. Technically it was winning.
So one more round to go.
Yeah.
So
Important
what
round
are
to
your
go.
expectations?
Yeah, of course I should at least minimum draw. I should not lose. That's the important thing. And let's see what happens.
Desmond, a nice victory in the 10th round. What was the game?
It was a King's Gambit. I was white. It was an unknown line that we played. At least to us, it was unknown. We both had quite strong attacking possibilities.
Abhijit, a nice victory against Harika. Can you tell us more about the game?
Well, it was a very tough game. Like you can see, I just now finished after 5 hours, and she started with Grunfeld. Like normally she doesn't play that opening, but today she surprised me, and I was not expecting it. So I mean, I played my normal stuff, what I play in general. So I think I got better position, but it was too complicated. And then like she made a mistake, and she lost a pawn, but she had some compensation. But after making a mistake, there was not enough compensation. And I had completely winning position. Let's say after move 25, but like from then on, like she defended very well. And I mean, I had little time, but like I always had winning position, but like she defended quite well and managed to play till 6 hours or something. So it was a tough game over.
So one more round to go. What do you think of the championship?
Well, right now I'm not thinking about championship because there are already 3 guys on 8.5 and I have only 8 points. So let's see whom I'm paired against tomorrow and I'll see what happens.
The beginning of the last round of the Commonwealth Chess Championship 2011, 3 players sharing the lead. Nigel Short back at the top where he belongs, facing Pablo Lafuente from Argentina. On the second board, Gawain Jones is up against Abhijit Gupta. 3 players on 8.5 points and as many as 9 players trailing them a half point behind. Nigel Short facing the Caro-Kann defense by Pablo Lafuente. Gawain Jones has come up with an early surprise against Abhijit Gupta. Gawain Jones here playing with the white pieces in this final round game against Abhijit Gupta of India. Jones opens with the Scotch opening and now comes a surprise for Gupta. He hadn't quite been expecting this. This is the same opening which was played by Nigel Short against him, although through a transposition and Gupta had held on to Short quite easily. It was a draw in the end, but Gupta was not in any serious problems in that game, so it came as a surprise that Gawain Jones went for it, but obviously the Englishman had thought he had an ace up his sleeves. A routine opening maneuver this is. Knight comes to e4, bishop comes to d7. The same moves are also played in the game Nigel Short Abhijit Gupta earlier in this same event, the Commonwealth Chess Championship of 2011. And this is really a new move in this position against Short. Gupta had gone for queen b8, attacking the pawn on b2. How the main move also is castle. Queen e7 is also acceptable as it attacks the e5 pawn, and black is doing quite okay here according to general understandings. f3 and f4, and now after knight e6 the bishop on c5 is doubly defended and black is now ready to strike on the d4 point. f5 is not really coming, because if white were to play f5 here, black can take on d4 twice and pick up the f5 pawn for free. Gawain Jones decided to strengthen his center, and when Gupta went back, he decided to pursue his plans of first restraining black on the queen side completely before making his intentions clear on the other flank. King h1 is now sometimes threatening f5. With king h1 is a simple prophylactic move in place. Gupta played g6, knight d2, a decent developing move, rook b8, knight f3, and it was here that Gupta went wrong and played knight g7. In fact, many believe that black had already equalized quite easily and there was no need to go knight g7, because white clearly does not have anything concrete to look up to from this position. He'll have to just strengthen his position further and further. Black could also have done that. Abhijit had in fact the same intention in his mind as the postmodern analysis revealed, but however he missed out a brilliant tactical finesse that Gawain Jones pounced at immediately. f5 is a brilliant pawn sacrifice, however temporary, and when Gupta took bishop g5 attacking the queen, queen must come to c5. He took and played knight d4, and now suddenly the bishop on b6 is completely out of action and this bishop is ruling. This bishop is simply ruling on the black squares on the king side, which is seriously weakened. White has a tremendous attack from this position on the bishop f6. The threat is simple: queen d2, queen h6 and mate on g7. Black had to vacate a square, f8 for the queen. Queen came to d2, threatening to go to h6 now and retire. He played rook b7, the vain hope of finding some defense at a later part in the innings, in the match. And now queen f4 was followed by queen f8. Now came a very simple tactical technique in the form of rook into e4, d4 is forced, knight also joins the attack now. This is simply too powerful a position for Gupta to handle. A check is threatened, for which black will be forced to part with the queen. So h5 more or less mandatory. Bishop came to g7 attacking the queen. Queen must take it. If queen were to move from here, queen h6 and the mate would have been impossible to defend in a few moves. So queen g7, knight g7, and black has obviously very little for the lost material. Rook f1 impossible to support f7 also. Rook f8 only move, e6 followed. Bishop c5, the intention was that ef7 can be met with king h7, but Jones had seen the simple combination. He took the rook, came e2, played rook e1, and when rook f7 was taken, Gupta had missed a simple riposte. Queen b5 that controls f1, and it's all over for black. Abhijit Gupta resigned. Isha Karwade playing with black pieces against compatriot Sahaj Grover. This plays on 7 points. T. Harika lost the previous round game against Abhijit Gupta to remain on 7.5. Finger Tongre. This is Sushen Bhatt. Niklas facing Swati Ghate. Both these players also on 8 points. David Smerdon with a shaven head for the first time in the event. Facing Vadu Gabiz there, and this is Abhijit Kunte. Also on 8 points, trying to win his final round game against Nicholas van der Nat, who shook the playing hall for a while when he shot into lead after the 9th round on 8 points. He's also showed off an international master now from this event. In her final round here, Tanya Sachdev. Tanya Sachdev could not really find her form in this event. Prathamesh Mokal meanwhile, and this is Ivana Furtado facing S. Meenakshi in the final round game 2. Tanya Sachdev was held to a draw and had to be content on 7.5 points. Not a great score given the opposition that she played, but was probably simply off form. Like in any other sport, this is normal in chess too. As it happened at the top of the tables, Nigel Short defeated Pablo Lefrente in a marathon game and tied for first place, but after the tie was resolved, it was Gawain Jones who defeated Abhijit Gupta, who won the Commonwealth Chess title for 2011. This is Aryan Chopra walking up to receive his gold medal in the under 10 age group. He won the B sections comprehensively, scoring 10 points out of a possible 11. Ivana Furtado also won the gold medal, but she played in the main open section. Under 18 gold won by the Indian Aparajita, who is from Odisha. R. Bhuvneshwari here receiving her medal. Also did quite well. This is Swati Ghate winning the bronze medal in the women open category. D. Harika, by far the top seeded player in the women's section, had to be content with a second place finish. And the winner of the Commonwealth women's title this year went to Isha Karwade, who played out, or rather hung on to, a draw against Sahaj Grover in the final round game to be crowned the Commonwealth champion in the women's section. The under 20 boys section, the junior section this year, won by Sahaj Grover, scoring 8.5 points in all. The bronze medalist in the main open section, David Smerdon. The silver went to Nigel Short, who just fell out by a few Buchholz points against the eventual winner, Gawain Jones of England.
I decided to follow Nigel's game against Abhijit in round 7, which I'd looked at with Nigel before the tournament. But Abhijit improved, and I couldn't remember my theory. I got to a very messy position, but he allowed a strong pawn sacrifice that gave me a mating attack. So I'm very relieved, but a bit shocked at the moment.
Just waiting for the final results?
Yeah, I'm hoping that Pablo will hold the draw on top forward, of course, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's just tension now and seeing whose tie breaks are better as well between me and Nigel. So, but no, it's been good. I've been very relieved to score well here. Now I can celebrate.
Anita, congratulations on winning the gold under 18.
Thank you.
Can you tell us more about the championship?
Championship was very tough, and for me it was tough, and I fighted up to last round, and this round only I won and got the gold.
I played this particular tournament very well, and unfortunately I played all my games very well, and I had a clear better position in all the games, and especially against the winner Jones Gawain I was completely winning, and Mr. Short also pointed me a draw variation in my games with him, and okay, against Jones Gawain I should have won that, but I made 2 bad moves which changed the course of the game, and it changed the course of the championship also. He was the winner, and I should have won that game. Otherwise it was fantastic.
Being the defending champion, was there any pressure on you?
There was pressure, but I think I handled it well.
Yeah, the tournament was very good, and the last round actually I was trying for a draw, but then I offered a draw to my opponent, but he said let's play. Then he gave 4 minor pieces for a queen, but the king position was very bad for him, and then I sacked the rook and I won.
Are you happy with your performance? You got a silver medal?
Yeah, I'm very happy about that, but the thing is that I had many rounds, but I lost 2 rounds with a winning position. I felt bad for that.
I am very proud to be the manager of Indian team. All the best 3 prizes won by Indian women. First is Isha Karwade, she won gold medal. Second is silver by Harika, and third is bronze by Swati Ghate. All the 3 medals won by Indian women.